Oh man, why is it? Oh man, that felt good. I sneezed live. Anyways, we're gonna wait a minute or two here before we do our introduction. Got a little bit of music going on, some jingle. Actually, it's jingle punks. I like to call them jingle pinks. The simplest. Anyhow, and anyway, welcome to another fresh, I believe this is the Wednesday edition of Solutions and Answers live broadcast with your breakthrough coach, Santos Jr. Out of Stockton, California. I am the world's #1 problem gambling annihilator. I got to say that again because it felt good saying that. Let me build up some steam here before I say it the second time. I am the world's #1 problem gambling annihilator. All right, my friends, we got that out of the way. This is the Wednesday edition. It's an honor and a privilege to be here with you. It's an honor and a privilege to be here with you, discovering and testing new learning to achieve. Applying what you learn, which is, right, if not the most important ingredient in the food preparation. I don't know, can I say that? If you're going to prepare a good meal, you can't leave any ingredients out of it. Right? There should be no ingredients left out of a good meal. Come on now. How are you going to make a good meal and leave some ingredients out of it? Does that make any sense? You're going to bake an apple pie. You're going to bake a nice, fresh, mouth-watering apple pie, and you're going to leave the apples out of it. No. So applying what we should apply, applying what you should apply is the most important part to focus, to learning, to transformation, to growth. All right, we're live. We are live. Our topic here is focus. Most of the time, the topic is focus. So I've got a few questions in mind here on this broadcast, live broadcast. I've been having an exceptional week. I hope you are, whoever you are on the other side. I hope that you've been having an exceptional week. I'm hoping to take on questions here on this broadcast and interact with those of you that are here. Interact with you as you interact with me. Hopefully we can exchange some really positive energy. Could you use some positive energy? Let me see, what could you use more of in your life? Could you use more money? How about $1,000? Could you use an extra $2,000 a month? How about $5,000? Can we dream a little bit here on this broadcast? Why not dream? Why not visualize, right? What's wrong with saying, I need $10,000? I need $10,000 right now, right? There's nothing wrong with saying that, but how are we going to get there is what's more important. How do we get to that 10,000? How do we get to that goal? How do we get to achieve? How do we become better? All right, I'm here. I'm not going to do so much preaching today. By the way, I got a question for you. I see I've got somebody on the other side. How can you make learning fun? Kind of a topic, a good question to think about on this Solutions and Answers live broadcast. By the way, it's an honor and a privilege to be here with you, my friend. It is. It really is. I never know what question I might get, which is really exciting. Why is that? Well, because when you ask questions, you learn. When you ask questions, it opens doors. It can open a door that maybe has never been opened before. And that door could lead to something very, very special, or the answer, right? When you ask the question. How can you make learning fun? I was just thinking about this because, I'm on this broadcast and I'm thinking, why am I here? Why am I here? What is the purpose of me being on this broadcast? And that's to help you on the other side. That's why I'm here. It's to help you on the other side. That's why I'm here. That's why I go live. That's why I do my videos. Now, help is a vague word, right? Because we don't just need one help. I don't need just one help. I need helps. I need help in many areas, right? You see, if I can help you on the other side, or when I help you on the other side, I want you to think about this. I see we've got a little bit of I welcome you to the broadcast. Let me know who you are. Just don't be shy. Just step up to the camera and type your name in there, where you're from. If you got a question, I need questions are like food, right? The better the question, the better the food it is. Anyways, I'm here to help you, really. And the reason why I'm here to help you is because, think about it with me for a moment, right? If I help you, what's in it for me? Let me turn my music up a little bit. I want you to think about that. If I help you achieve a goal in your life, right? Say a goal, or you want to make a transformation, whatever it is, you fill in the blank. I help you achieve that thing. What's in it for me? That's why I'm here. Jim, welcome. Yumoto Motorized Bicycles. Good evening. There's Jim West. Welcome to the broadcast. When somebody says, hey, Santos, it kind of reminds me of a truck, like the hay trucks that go by. The hay trucks. Hey, when I'm in my car driving, and sometimes I'll do this to my wife or my I don't think I've ever done it to anybody else, but a hay truck will drive by and I'll point to it and I'll go, hey. All right. Hey, Dennis. Welcome to the live broadcast, my friend. I'm excited to be here with you. We got Dennis Hernandez. Maybe Analia is man, did I say that right? Yeah. With the father, with Dennis. Anyways, we're going to be here for a little bit of time. I'm enjoying the music. I hope that you are. I don't want to play it too loud because then I might get fined for having a disco during COVID-19. You know what I mean? Anyways, I've had some really, really interesting experiences today. How about you? Have you had some? I bet I know there's at least one or two or three or four or five of you that has had a wonderful experience today. Something just out of the ordinary, right? Something out of the ordinary. Yeah, something not normal. Anyways, please ask me a question. I'm going mad. I'm going mad. Ask me a question. All right, there we go. Thanks, Dennis. Jim. All right, first question of the day. The reason why I'm asking for questions is because we're here to learn, my friends. That's why we're here. You know, I like to laugh and make a good joke. You know, maybe I'll show you my magic trick where I stand just like this and you guys will watch my head. I'll be, how do you like me now? Huh? Would you stick around and you'll watch me do that, man? Anyway, Jim has a question. It's heartening to know that rich or poor, we all have 24 hours in a day. We have the currency of valuable time and we can choose how to spend it. It's heartening. That's positive. I believe that might be positive, Jim. Let me see. It's heartening to know that rich or poor, we all have 24 hours in a day. We have this currency of valuable time and we can choose how to spend it. Yeah. Making the most out of making the most. Does that make sense? Let me say that again. Make sure it rings well. Making the most out of making the most. It almost sounds like jumbo shrimp, but I think it works well. It's like being present at the present. You know, my friends, right now we're taking a few minutes to kind of ask some questions and maybe find a solution, find a step, generate more income, bring peace, bring some closure. We really need to focus, really need to just kind of take this time to really think about where we're at. You know what I mean? Focus on your focus. Most of the time, we're not present. You know, you could be in front of a good, I don't watch TV, but you could be in front of a really good program on TV, or something that will teach you. But if you're not present, then you won't learn anything. We can't be, we can't be just an observer. You know, participate in learning, make your learning fun. That was a question that I was asking earlier. But in order to make learning fun, you got to, well, actually, in order to get into learning, you have to make it fun, right? How do you make it fun? How do you make learning fun? It's kind of an interesting topic. How do you make learning fun? I'm on that quest, all right? Because learning isn't easy. Transformation is not easy. I mean, it's not really hard, but it's not easy either, right? So how do you find ways? That's like the problem gambler. The problem gambler is stuck. He's stuck, right? Stuck. That problem gambler has to learn something new, but it's hard, you know? How can you turn something, something that you think about this? Here's the question. Let me get it out to you. Let me see if I got it written down here. Did I write it down? Are there things that you would learn if you fill in the blank, right? Are there subjects? I mean, what would you learn? What would you go out and learn immediately if you knew it could be fun? I'll leave you with some food for thought there. I started writing things down that I need to do and get on with. Right on. That's a really good, That's a really good habit to get into. That's a good addiction right there, man. Journaling and writing, it's a very good addiction. I know that we don't want to be addicted to stuff. Can you take that thing overboard and go wreck yourself with it? Well, I imagine you probably could, you know. I mean, you can overdo it with journaling and writing and reading books and watching videos. You can, depending on what material you're absorbing. But making something like self-mastery or self-education, how about peace? You know, how about peace? How about making peace an addiction? Right? You never thought about that, right? You get up before you go to bed and you start telling yourself, you know what? I'm going to make peace an addiction in my life. I'm going to find a way to make money. I'm going to get a plan. I'm going to get an idea. I'm going to make that an addiction in my life. Are those good addictions? How about for relationships, people with relationships? You know, there's so much that we can do. And so I'm glad that you brought that up, Jim. In fact, Yumoto says, I like that. See, I like that right there. Every day is a blank canvas. Every day is a blank canvas. I like that. That's a good statement because it's true. You're painting your day. You're painting your, you know, you're the craftsman. You know that you're the craftsman, you're the doctor, you're the coach, you're the teacher. You are all these things you are to yourself, but we don't think of ourselves like this, right? We think of ourselves as just, you know, a dad or a life insurance guy, you know, you have to really expand. You have to believe that your maker, your creator made you with supernatural abilities. I honestly believe that more and more. You know, I've listened to this guy. His name's Jim Quick. Of course, I've listened to him in the past, but I mean, I really relate to him. You know, he talked about the comic books early on in his life. He was a loner. He would drive his bicycle around New Jersey or New York looking for the school, the X-Men school he read about in the comic books. He was labeled as the little boy with the broken brain. A teacher, he overheard a teacher say, hey, there's the little boy with the broken brain. His name's Jim Quick. He's a brain coach today. Phenomenal person. You can look him up, Google, YouTube. You'll know who I'm talking about here. And he talks about superpowers and super abilities, you know? He talks about your inner genius and the abilities that you have inside yourself that if you dig deep and you explore, take time to be present. Remember I said that earlier? And you'll begin to see things, you'll begin to hear things. In fact, you might even be labeled as a crazy person. Honestly, some people, you know, when you start thinking about your dream and your vision and your mission in life, you know, my goal is to serve you on the other side. That's my goal right here on this program, right? And every day in life, my goal is to serve you because I know for a fact, regardless whether you paid me financially or not, if I help you achieve what you want, it's automatic. I'm going to end up getting what I want. So is that a bad motive for serving people? Somebody might say that's a selfish motive. No, that's not a selfish motive because you first serve to be served. And I tell you, I hope those of you that are here listening to, I hope you're taking some notes tonight on this broadcast. Time is going by very quickly. I'm taking questions, but I'm sharing some valuable information with you. If you listen to what I'm sharing with you, if you really, really listen, and I'm not talking about listen to me But you're going to hear me, but you're going to hear yourself, and you're going to notice you, and you're going to be more present, and you're going to be able to see the superpowers. You're going to be able to wake up that inner genius in your life. Call me crazy, but I believe this stuff. I believe that it's happening. I believe that it can happen right here. I believe in breakthroughs. I believe that people can make a decision and get a breakthrough in their life. That's how crazy I've become in believing. Now, of course, there's a work, there's a process. It just doesn't happen. Could it happen magically? Could you just make up your mind and go in a different direction? That can happen too. It has happened. I've met people that made a decision and all of a sudden, boom, no training, really nothing. They just made a decision. Somehow they had that they were able to just draw so deep. I don't know where it came from. Maybe they knew or they didn't know. But that's what I'm doing, man. That's what I'm doing. I'm going to keep drawing. I'm going to keep drawing from the gifts that God has given. You know, what would you jump into quickly if you could make it fun? Instead of a discipline or an exercise or a ritual, right? We think about, oh, I don't want discipline in my life, man, right? We don't want the difficult things the difficult things in life that we need to be doing. Those are the things that we need, but we don't want to do those things because they're difficult. They're hard, right? Unless you've been trained in that from very early on. Anyways, hopefully some of this makes sense to you. Yeah, Jim Quick, let me see. Jim Quick says knowledge is not power, rather knowledge plus action is power. Yep, Nick. Yep. Look about Nick, that guy there, Nick V. If it's the right Nick that I'm thinking about, he was born with no arms and no legs, just kind of a torso and a head. I think he's got part of a foot or something. And the guy is like phenomenal, man. You know, you would think. Anyways, the guy's Nick Vujicic, something like that. I think he's Australian. He was Australian. Yeah, born with no arms and no legs. Interesting. Yeah. Thank you for bringing that up, Jim. I suppose knowledge counts for the little if not utilized. I suppose knowledge counts for little if not utilized. Well, I believe that you lose it if you don't use it. Your brain atrophies. It's like a muscle. And sadly, a lot of people are losing it because they're not exercising the mind the way that they should exercise it. You know, a lot of sports and TV and programming and all that stuff, just absorbing, that's not good. That alone, you know, but we have to train the brain. In fact, I said, train your brain. I remember I used to say this a lot. Train your brain so that your brain doesn't train you. But then I've also said it like this: train your brain so that your brain trains you. Because your subconscious, if you train your brain, your subconscious, it automatically kind of produces your behavior. So to me, it makes sense. Instead of trying to change my behavior, instead of trying to deal with this body, right? Trying to force my body, which we do anyways, it's better to force your mind, right? It's better to bow the knee up here because then when you bow the knee physically, it's easier. Does that make sense? Bow the knee up here. It makes a lot of sense, man. Yes, Santos, it makes a lot of sense. I'm in agreement with you, man. Totally. Like, what was that word? Like totally rad, man. Like totally rad. Yes, I'm in agreement with you, Santos. By the way, we're going to be back here on Friday. Friday, 7 p.m. We're going to mix it up. I'm also thinking about doing some AM live programming. If I get some feedback, I'll do some AM, maybe in the AM, California, Pacific Standard Time, maybe Tuesdays and Thursdays, because I think I got to get myself out there more. I got to reach more people. So I might have to go live, maybe just experiment. So who knows? I might go live on Thursday, 11 a.m. maybe. Anyways, you got to face the challenge. You got to face your fear. You got to be willing to take on risks, whether you win or whether you lose. Just don't booze, because then you can't cruise. You're going to snooze, and you're going to lose. So choose the right path. All you have to do is the correct math, and you will be happy. Bappy, slappy, jappy, but not trappy. You gotta have fun. You gotta have fun, man, right? Somebody said, Santos, you're not funny enough. Well, I'm trying to be funny. So don't bust my choppers. Don't break my ribs, man. Oh, I just felt that one. Oh, I just felt that one too. Come on, stop. Tell Tiny Tim I won't be home. Too much movies. Oh, that was the last. Jim Carrey. Remember that? All right. Dennis says AM. And you won't. Let me put that down in my notes here, because if I don't put it down, check yourself before you wreck yourself. Most people need an exam from the neck up. That's what's up. Let me see. Tuesday, Thursday AM. Trial. 11. Hopefully I won't be working. All right. So you guys know that. So Friday, 7 p.m. Yay! Friday. Everybody ought to be shouting, jumping out of their seats, man. Let me with Soldier Self-Mastery, the world's #1 problem gambling annihilator, alive again. Come on. We're going to go live 7 p.m. Friday, and then Sunday. Sunday, 7 p.m. We'll be back here, and some more questions. Anyways, let me see. Jim's got some. I love the interacting. I love the interactions. So no questions. You guys get stuck with my wrath, but it's going to lead you in the peace path. You won't have to do the math. I think Jim Quick also said that if you train yourself to do difficulty things each day, your life gets easier. Exactly. Yes. Think about that. If you do one thing, Eleanor Roosevelt, Franklin D. Roosevelt's wife, he was one of the president long ago. She said, just do one thing that scares you. I believe that was her, Eleanor Roosevelt. She had just one thing that scares you a day, and every day, you master that, right? Just like what we're talking about here. What happens after 7 days of conquering something that 7 days, right? And then you got 14 days. Then you've got 28 days. Of course, you got month, 30 days. Builds up, builds muscles. Let me see if I still got, I still got a little bit there. A little bit on that side too. Still pretty good. Muscle memory. I can't get into it the way that I used to, but those of you that understand working out and bodybuilding and stuff, man, I used to love that. When I was in the Navy, we'd be pumping iron. We'd be on the ship out in the middle of the ocean, and I'd be on the bench pumping, and the ship would tilt one side, and it would get real easy, and I'd be pumping out the weights, and then the ship would tilt back the other way, and help me, spot me. And it was pretty cool, though, man. I'm telling you, that was pumping iron on the high seas. I'll never forget those days, man. Yeah, really. It was really easy. The ship would tilt one way, and the weights would get real easy. And then it would turn the other way. It was like, the weight would come down on you. Anyways, there's my Jim says he bought a new program, bought a new yoga exercise mat today too. Yeah, 15, 20 minutes a day is better than none. Even just walking up and down. I mean, you can make exercise in your mind. Really, you can. Even some people think that there's been tests and research done on people. They hook up all these loads, and they've had them like visualize and see pictures of like working out and stuff, and it triggers the same, even though they didn't do it. This is real honest truth. There's research. If you go out there and you find it, fact check me if you want, because I might lie sometimes, right? We slip and say, we don't say the truth all the time. We make a little story, expand on it sometimes, or we make a little story, a big story, little one. Oh man, what did I just say here? I just lost my train of thought. See, going crazy here. Anyways, let me get back. Something focused, something threw me off here, but it'll come back to me. All right. Anyways, we're getting ready to wind down on the broadcast here. See, I make mistakes. Going to try to do some lifting. Exercise. We were talking about exercising. Oh, yeah, the mind. See? The mind. The training. There was some training done, and they found that people that sat in a chair and just used their mind, mind-mouth power, mind-mouth power, mind-mouth power. Sound like in an echo, right? Like I'm in a tunnel. Mind-mouth power. They found that the same stimulus, the same emotional electricity, all of that in the muscle and everything. It was pretty amazing. And they've even done studies where people have actually built muscle just by using their mind. Anyhow, how do you make learning fun? All right. We're coming down to the end of the wire here. $32 minutes. One question, two questions. Faith in action. You know, what usually happens is when I'm on the program at about the 7:30 mark, people start coming in. They start coming in. But it's been kind of a slow night tonight. That's okay. I've had the privilege of interacting with those of you. And you guys have had the privilege of laughing at least a little bit, even though I can't hear you. I can hear somebody laughing. Anyways, that's good. Get a laugh. You need energy, right? All right, my friends. Last call. By the way, think about that one. How can you make learning fun? How can you make it more fun in your life? How can you make learning more fun? And what would you learn? What would you learn? Right? What would you learn? What would you take advantage of? Well, it's all up here, my friend. It really is. What else can we say? We're about, a bit of a quiet night tonight. Can we adopt an infinite mindset, a possibility believed system rather than limited? Well, think about this for a moment, Jim. How far can you take your mind? Think about that. How far can you take your mind? Has anybody tapped into its seventh reservoir? I keep thinking about my life, what can I keep thinking about my life, right? I'm sure you probably do ask the same thing. How can I take what I have to the next level? I can't take it to the next level until I get it to the next level, right? It's just amazing what we can do when we think about it. We have to dominate. We have to dominate. We have to believe. We have to dominate. We have to believe. We have to dominate the body, and we have to dominate the mind. If we don't dominate it, the mind will dominate us. Think about all these billionaires today in the world. How did these billionaires get there? I don't think it was given to them. These millionaires, multimillionaires, people. You look at Jeff Bezos. Was it Steve Jobs? Didn't he pass away? And you look at these presidents. You look at all of these big corporations. Walmart, Walton, Walmart. What do they have other than maybe a little bit more experience in one area or another? They have the same mind, they have the same body as we do, and these people are doing enormous things. They're doing, you would think just an astronaut going to space. We are just phenomenal human beings. We're not recognizing it enough. And I think we hear it, but we're not, I don't think we're really listening to it. Do you believe that you have supernatural powers? Do you believe that? Do you believe that you're a genius inside that you haven't tapped into? You can use your mind, and you can imagine many, many things about yourself and about other people. But if you can see it, if you can imagine it, you can put it on paper. Like, for instance, the person that's broke, right? A person that's broke, doesn't have any money, has a job, but really doesn't have any money. He's kind of broke. So that person has a thought, right? He has a thought. He has an idea. Maybe he learned something from his job that they don't do there. He had an idea from the work that he did that he could possibly make money from somewhere else. So he writes it down on a piece of paper. And as soon as you write it down on a piece of paper, you can look at it. That will speak to you. It'll kind of give you some ideas from that one thing that you wrote down. And next thing you know, it's just a process of little micro steps to do it. And yet we're so afraid to fail, and we're so afraid of what our family members think or the neighbors think. We're so afraid of what we think, what I think of myself. Nobody's going to listen to my video. Well, I'm going to go live and nobody's going to listen to me. I've gone live and I've had one person, right? We had a conversation. I've gone live. I've had 20 people. It goes up and down. I've gone live and I've done things where I had nobody, just me. Practicing. Yep. Then it says, got to go out and get it. Yeah. Let's take this question on for a moment. The buzz of looking after finances properly overtakes gambling. In fact, you know, the more that we think about serving other people, the more that we think about serving, if you have a job and you go to work and you start asking yourself, how can I be a better servant at my job? How can I serve so and so better? How can I serve so and so better? You start thinking that way, it won't be long before you start making more money because you're looking for ways to serve people. It's interesting. I didn't think that way. Zig Ziglar said one time, I didn't understand it. He says, help enough people get what they want, and you'll end up getting what you want. I thought that was selfish. I read that years ago. I thought, man, why am I going to help somebody else get? I want what I want first. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how we are with selfish, right? You got to get out of that. You got to get away from that mindset, and you have to find ways to give first, to serve. Find ways to give, to serve. And then what you have, it will come back to you. But if you go, you know, man, I'm going in there, man, I'm going to get mine. I'm getting mine. Oh yeah, I'm getting mine. That's wrong attitude. You got to have humility. You know what? What can I do to serve you how can I serve this person more? How can I become more effective? How can I serve this person more efficiently? You know, how can I serve this person more permanently so that they really get what they want faster? You know, these are the thoughts that we have to be asking. If I don't have any client, how can I get clients? That's your job. How can I get clients? Where do I have to go? Where do I go fishing? What kind of bait do I need? Do I even know what kind of client I want to work with that I need? Do I even know that? All of these things. Anyways, I'm going, so that's what it's about. Serving others. Evan Carmichael. Anybody know Evan Carmichael? He says, we were built to serve. The Bible says we were built to serve too. So Evan Carmichael just reminded me of something the Bible says. The Bible talks about we are built to serve. Fortune is created and ideas put into action. I'm going to share something with you guys that are here. I've been working on, I had an invention that I designed probably about 25 years ago. Am I living in fear? Am I scared? Yeah, I'm scared a little bit. I'd be lying to you if I didn't say. Well, 25 years later, a friend of mine, partner, decided to kind of connect with me, and we decided to look at this idea, this invention. It's actually an automobile invention that I designed back in, I don't know, 25 years ago, I guess, or so. Well, as we speak, that idea is being processed by a company in Florida. In fact, I'm getting ready to get the patent pending on it. And I don't know, we've already invested almost 10 grand into this thing. I don't know what the outcome is going to be. I'm believing that it's going to be a phenomenal product. I'm believing for the best. I'm using my imagination for all this, but I don't have any guarantee, right? There's no guarantees in life, man. There's 10 grand I've invested into this thing. I'm going to take it to market pretty soon. We're going to take it to a manufacturing company. Now, why am I saying this? I'm saying this because, you know what? We all have ideas and we all have abilities that if we don't unlock them, and if you don't believe in yourself, you won't take that step. You won't spend the money. You will not invest the money. You won't spend the money. You won't do it. You'll live in fear, and you won't, fear will be near. It'll be evidently clear. And, we've talked about being, we're wonderful human beings. We're wonderful creatures. We can learn faster. We can do all of these things. And, you can progress if you want to. And this has been a great episode, man. Consistency and persistence. Yeah. Jim says you got to have vision. This is the stuff that overrides problem gambling, what I'm sharing with you. If you're a problem gambler and you're on this broadcast tonight, if you're here and you're coming late, I'm going to encourage you to listen to the whole broadcast and take some notes, because I'm speaking to you about ways that you can get out of your dilemma. I'm talking to you about ways that you can get out of that sand pit, that mud hole that you're in, that black hole that you're in. And you know what? You don't even have to spend a dime except some time. That's why when I came on the program in the beginning, I said, what is my purpose here? To help you on the other side, man. You know, I believe that I can help you achieve anything you want. I believe that. I believe that I can help any one of you here on this program, any one of you, achieve anything you want. How long? I don't know. That depends on, what does it depend on? It depends on how fast we go to work. I want you to think about what I just shared with you. You got something going on in your life. You're looking for a solution. You're looking for an answer. You haven't found it yet. Maybe you need more. Maybe there's something deeper. Can we take life? Can we take questions? Can we take, I call it TC. During my coaching sessions, I call it TC, transformational conversation. You know, right now it's more like, it's not really too much of a dialogue with, right? But if I'm doing one-on-one with you, listen, if I'm one-on-one with you, my friend, we are going to take a journey. We're going to take an experience like we've never taken before. That's what coaching is about, you know, taking our lives into, of course, focused territory, but it's territory that you haven't been there before, but yet that's where you want to go. You haven't been there. That's what a good coach can do for you. Doesn't matter what area of life it is. I don't care what area of life. That's why I'm saying, if you have a need in your life and you're looking for a solution and you're able to invest in yourself, I'm going to encourage you to hit me up for coaching. Don't wait long. Don't wait too long, because the longer you wait, the harder it's going to be for you. Anyways, I'll leave that there. I didn't intend to bring that up, but I'll leave it there. Let me see. Get excited about the possibilities of your life. Definitely get excited, man. Look, we've been here 48 minutes. I'm getting more excited just being here. So thanks, Jim, for Tesla. I'm not too sure what you mean by Tesla. Tesla's a good company. I think Elon Musk is a phenomenal character. Very, I mean, if you know Elon Musk, if you've ever watched any of his broadcasts or interviews, the guy's, you know, I can relate to him. You know, he's out there. He's an out there thinker. He's a big thinker. Kind of like me. I'm a big thinker. In fact, sometimes I think so big I scare people. I'd rather think big than think small. You know, like they say, shoot for the moon. You might land on Mars. Maybe you might get a little bit of a hanging on a star, but at least you get a star. You get, you know, you didn't make it to the moon. but again, you know, where are you going? All right, my friends. One last question. Let me see. One last question, and we are getting ready to, let me see. We're going to do the Indian song tonight, man. I feel the Indian. Wait a minute. Whoa, what was that? I feel the Indian song, because we're coming close to the end. So we're going to dance. Come on, get up and dance with me. We're going to dance to the Indian music today on this broadcast. I know my family must think I'm kind of nuts. They think he sits up there in his office and he just rambles on and on and on. And what's he saying? Is he changing it? Is he changing anybody's life? Yeah, I'm getting the emails. I'm getting the calls. Yes, I am. And I'm excited about it. So I'm going to see you on the next broadcast. I might be back here at 11 a.m. tomorrow, which is Thursday. I may be back here. I said I was. I'm going to be here, okay? If nothing else interrupts my schedule. All right, my friends. This is the gambling, the world's number one problem gambling annihilator. End of the broadcast dance. Let me see if I can do this. People are like, what the heck's gotten into that guy, man? I'm just excited that I can be free, that I can be me, that I don't have to be gambling, you see? That's my decree. I believe. I hope you guys are doing the same, man. All right, we're coming close to the end of the broadcast here. So I'm all fired up. Jedi, 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 die. Jedi, 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 die. Jedi, 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 die. Oh, man, this is fun. It's fun broadcast, man. I love doing this. I don't know if I'll do it in the AM, but... All right. Jim West, Yumoto Motorized Bicycles, Patrick Pendergrass, Dennis Hernandez, Annalia and family. Who else was here? Let me see. There was somebody else here earlier. No, I guess they left. Anyways, it's been an honor and a privilege, my friends. Yep. There you go. Jedi, 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 die. Jedi, Jedi, die. Jedi, Jedi, die. Jedi, Jedi, die. Die, die. Or alive. Alive, alive. I'm alive. I'm alive. All right, my friends, until my next episode, I salute you.